Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends, which of course begins tomorrow. So happy Sunday to you as I drop these cards. Please remember that my readings are always for the week ahead, no matter when you find them, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year. Got a couple of oracle decks we're going to be using, and then we're going to throw some tarot at it to find out what's going on for you in the week ahead. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Gemini. Gemini, if you're brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. And there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner here for this little box where I live. If you decide to stay, thank you for those that you've been giving the thumbs up. You are growing this Gemini tribe. I appreciate you. Gemini, coming up in the week, in the weekend, the week ahead is going to end with a full moon. It is going to be a full moon in Taurus. So if you are in, say, New Zealand, Australia, you're in the Southern Hemisphere, Brazil, then it will be coming up for you on Friday the 15th. But on Saturday the 16th, it will be in the Northern Hemisphere. So we do have a full moon coming up. You know what that means? Releasing things, letting things go. But this moon is exalted in Taurus. And that means it likes to be there. It's a comfortable place for it to be. But it also means that it's in a place of awareness and amplification. So we are in Scorpio season, right? And then we have Taurus full moon coming up. So that gives us, the energy of maybe getting some emotional stability, maybe nurturing ourselves or others, maybe sensitivities to your intuition, definitely living in harmony. Now I'm bringing this up because it's going to be mostly for the mutable signs, of course, all the signs, but the mutable signs will feel it the most. And you are Gemini, which is a mutable sign. So Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces will feel it the most. Tell me about what's coming up in the week, next week for Gemini. We have reflect. So you're going to be in a bit of reflective energy at the beginning of the week. Now, we are already also in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, which happens on the 21st or the 25th, I think. So that's coming up as well. So this really is reflective energy. We've got create, and we've got reframe. Very interesting. So there's something here that I think is you're going to get a different perspective on. Like reframe feels like you're getting a different perspective on home, on money. Water and fish to me are money. So it feels like you're reframing something or getting a different perspective. You might be getting creative in the home. I'm just looking at that little house there with the moon above it. And we do have a full moon here, and we do have reflect here. So it feels like it's a week of reflective creativity, possibly. Maybe you're finding creative ways to take care of something that you need to reframe. Maybe it's creative thinking, could be creative something that you're doing in your home. We do have ego. Interesting. Why is that? Ego and impulse. So don't do anything that will be impulsive, because that would be from your ego. And I feel like you're supposed to, ego and impulse, what else coming next? Record. Maybe it's time for you to write those things down. For those of you who generally do things upon ego or impulse, you might want to write them down and think about them before you blurt them out in the week ahead. All right. Tell me about reflect. Tell me about reflect for Gemini. Tell me about reflect. We've got evaluation. Very interesting. Find out what doesn't serve you. Reevaluate the situation. So there is a lot of reflection going on at the beginning of the week. It feels like you're evaluating, what do I need? What do I not need in my life? And reflecting possibly on the past. Tell me about create. We've got patience. It says manifestations are on the way. So I feel like you're in manifestation mode, trying to manifest the things that you want. Tell me about reframe. Reframe brings us realignment. I kind of like that. Shift in perspective for a gained sense of clarity. So it does feel like maybe this shifting of your energy is like reframing. It feels like it is a perspective, a different perspective, a shift in perspective that might have to do with something that is around your home regarding money. Your money might be coming into realignment. it might be your abundance, right? Fish and water are abundance. It could be around your home, but you're going to gain some sort of a shift in perspective. And it felt like reframing is a perspective. And it's very interesting that that particular card came out. We do have twin flame and we have embrace. For some of you, you might be embracing finally that you do have a twin. Somebody might be waking up to the fact that you do have a twin, and you might be sort of evaluating that or reflecting on that at the beginning of the week, possibly, that this is a time of patience. And if we're going to create anything that keeps us in alignment or gets us in alignment with each other, we're going to have to reframe it. Let's take a look at some tarot. Tell me about tarot for Gemini. Gemini, if you're interested in a private read, there is room over at Wizio if you're interested. You can get your reading right now at this time, less than 10 days. Let's find out what is, all that information is pinned to the comment below this video. Tell me about evaluation and reflect for Gemini. We have Knight of Swords. That is Gemini energy. So I really do feel like you're the one that's doing this reflecting and evaluation. It feels like you're about to do something very brave or say something very brave. After this reflection takes place. It says here to feed out what does no longer serve you, and that's what the full moons are about. It's about things coming full circle, and it's also about release. It feels like you might be releasing some words. You might have something to say to somebody. To me, when the swords are in the air, and this one particularly is, this Gemini energy, I feel like you've got something to say to someone. You might have been reflecting, and it's time to say what you've always wanted to say. Maybe you're going to speak with somebody here, possibly the twin for some of you. Tell me about patience and create. We do have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you've been patient up to now. It feels like you've been sort of standing your ground or abiding by your boundaries, keeping the promises you made to yourself. It does feel like it's created sort of this energy of patience that's around you, that you're willing to wait as long as you need to get the things that you have been wanting, which I feel is coming up with this realignment here. Tell me about realignment and reframe. We've got the Page of Wands. So it does feel like somebody here is thinking about beginning again, getting on a new path, something that might be exciting. It feels like somebody possibly might be receiving communication or sending communication. If you're receiving it, I feel like that's why we figured out why this ego and impulse is here. I'm going to say be careful what you say. Because if this is something you've been hoping to come together for a long while, it might be coming together for some of you. Not all of you are on this time frame, right? We're all on different timelines. So if you've been waiting, it could be you that's going to get the communication from somebody who I feel is going to tell you that they've got a different perspective, that they're kind of realigning how they feel, realigning their, they've had a shift in perspective of some sort. We'll come back to it and clarify. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. The Knight of Swords. Reflect and evaluation. What have you been evaluating here? Because it feels like you've been spending some time in evaluation and now you know what you want to say. We've got the Three of Swords, King of Cups, and we've got the Empress. It does feel like somebody has been reevaluating or evaluating their feelings about the Empress. The Empress can be feminine or masculine. She is feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. It feels like somebody here no longer wants to be away from the Empress. The Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords, the Knight carries a sword, tells me someone has got stability of the mind. So someone has been healing the heart, stability of the mind. It feels like you feel heartbroken being away from this twin. I feel like somebody's realizing that they have a twin and that twin might be the Empress. Libra and Taurus energy, of course. Excuse me. But also the Empress is all of the queens. So, all of the queen energies. And so it does feel like somebody has been keeping their feelings under wraps. You could be the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you, Gemini. I could be saying that you're the Empress and somebody's about to reveal their feelings to you, and it could be the twin. Tell me more about Gemini, please. Tell me about patience. Tell me about patience. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is patience. We've got Judgment, and we've got the 3 of Cups. So it does feel like somebody does want a second chance or a reunion. And I feel like somebody's been very patient about something. I feel like somebody wants to create connection because the Page of Wands is here. And it's because of some sort of realized alignment or perspective that has arrived. I feel like somebody's been waiting for a really long time. It feels like you've been waiting, but you've been nurturing the self. I feel like you've been working really hard on you. It feels like you've been waiting and you're wondering, is this even worth it? Is it worth it? Should I embrace it? I'm not really sure, because the 7 of Pentacles is like, I've put a whole lot of work into this already. And is it time for me to take another chance? Should I mention it? Should I try again? Should I say something? The 3 of Cups tells me that I think that you want to, that you've been patient, but I feel like you're going to find a creative way to come back round again, or to ask somebody out, or to meet somebody at a social place. It feels like you're feeling a little more flexible than usual. Flexible, I feel like you've been patient, and it's time to take another path. I feel like you're ready for the extended path. Like when the Judgment card shows up and you make a decision to reach out to somebody with communication to see if they want to go out, it feels like you've been patient, been really thinking it out. What do I say? I'm not really sure. It feels like you've been healing here and you're ready to sort of spill the beans here. It feels like you're ready to spill the beans about, I do have feelings for you. Tell me about the Page of Wands and reframe here. We have the 10 of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. So I feel part of the realignment is you deciding that it's time to get and give some reciprocal energy here. For some of you, you could be dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Taurus and Libra here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have here Gemini energy, Sagittarius energy here. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, it feels like somebody is finally going to drop their burdens and reach out to the Queen of Pentacles, or you could be the one who is the Queen of Pentacles reaching out to Gemini. Take it as it resonates for you. But I feel like it's like we're finally over the hump. It's like the 5 of Pentacles is the place where we're in lack, and we're finally over that mountain or that hill, that obstacle. And now we're at the 6 where I think I'm ready to give somebody reciprocal energy. Somebody's changed their perspective is what's gone on here. And it's causing somebody to reach out to the twin, I believe. Tell me what I need to know about this. About the twin. Because I feel like somebody's reaching out to say, can we finally get together? Oh gosh, yeah. If you'd like to get together after all these years. Who's that? Adele. Hello. Yeah, it feels like, hello, it's me. I was wondering if you'd like to get together after all these years and talk about things. Tell me about the twin flame. What can we tell Gemini about the twin flame? The Magician, the Ace of Wands, it's time. Yeah, somebody's getting out of the 8 of Swords. It's taken everything within the power. Whether you're the one reaching out to the twin or the twin's reaching out to you, the Magician is telling me that it's taking everything in your power to get out of this 8 of Swords, get into this state of realignment, seeing things from a different perspective. Time to reach out and have a reunion with this person. I am looking at the wand in the hand of the Magician and the Ace of Wands. To me, that's 2 wands. And it feels like you've been waiting, 3 wands. You've been waiting to say something. 7 of Pentacles is also waiting. And it feels like somebody's preparing to come out of this place of the 8 of Swords so we can finally say something. It does feel like somebody is heading out to heading forward. It feels like somebody's like going rogue. I'm going to go get what's mine. That's what it feels like here, whether that's you or someone else. I have the Two of Wands. I mentioned them here, right? They're sticking out to me here. And that's because I feel like you're at this place where you're preparing to reach out, or someone is preparing to reach out to you. There's always been an attachment here. We can't let it go, even though there's been an ending, possibly a really tough ending, a release for sure. It feels like we've never, even though it's been the Ten of Swords, I've never been able to let go of you. The Devil is obsessive, it's attachment. And feels like with the Two of Wands, somebody is deciding with the Judgment card to take another path. It's time to head out and find the twin flame. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you so much, Gemini. I'll be back because I'm always back, and happy weekend to you if you're watching this real time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.